Hey there guys, welcome to the next video here on the Duct Tape Stuff channel. Now before we delve into all the information in this video, I do have a little bit of a story to tell you. It did happen about a year ago. It was September 2011, and a lot of people contacted me and asked me if I could do tutorials based around Halloween items. And it was about September that this happened. And I got back to a lot of them and I said, you know what, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can find the time to make some Halloween related tutorials. It didn't really happen, unfortunately, because I was working down at Walt Disney World at the time, and I didn't know it, but Halloween time, the whole month of October, pretty much turned out to be one of the busiest times down in Walt Disney World besides Christmas. So it didn't really happen. I wasn't able to film too many tutorials, much less ones about Halloween, but that's going to change this year because I'm back here in Pennsylvania and I have a lot of time to dedicate to tutorials. So what am I trying to say? Well, I guess I'm saying that there are going to be a lot more Halloween related tutorials this year, and I'm also planning on doing a kind of an event towards the end when Halloween rolls around. And that's what I want to talk about for this video. So, like I said, about a year ago, someone contacted me and said, how about you do like a tutorial or just like an event or like a contest or something like that on Halloween costumes made out of duct tape. And I thought that was a great idea. Like I said before, it didn't really happen, but this year I can actually get that done. So I guess what I'm going to go over in this video is just give you guys the idea of either partially, mostly, or totally making your Halloween costume this Halloween out of duct tape. Now this whole, contest, giveaway, whatever I'm going to come up with about making your own Halloween costumes out of duct tape and then, showing them on YouTube, it's still in the idea stage right now, and I just wanted to, get this video out there because Halloween is roughly 2 months away from right now, and I did want to give you guys a little bit of time if you do decide to make, a costume out of duct tape or partially out of duct tape. I want to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what's going on and, a little bit of time to work on it, because 2 months is about a good amount of time to make something for Halloween or a Halloween costume. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers all the informational parts of this video. Like I said, I will be, making more videos on this later on. This is just in the idea stage right now. I want to get your guys' opinion on it, so leave a comment below and tell me if you do or do not like it. And if you want it to be like a contest, a giveaway, what kind of prizes, all kinds of stuff. You can discuss that all in the comments, and I'll browse through those pretty frequently to find out what you're talking about. I wanted to spend the rest of this video kind of showing you a costume that I partially made out of duct tape for last Halloween, and then I'll sign off here. Okay, so for the record, I haven't trick-or-treated on my street in my neighborhood in 6 years probably, because I mean kids my age, or especially around my neighborhood, kind of get funny looks if you're trick-or-treating as old as I am. So I gave that up a long time ago, but there are always Halloween parties that my friends are having, stuff like that, and you can have a great time on Halloween even though you're not running around your neighborhood and trick-or-treating. So speaking of Halloween parties, every year Disney actually has a whole bunch of Halloween parties, and since I was down there last year for Disney, I did go to 2 of these different parties, and I did wear a costume that I had partially made out of duct tape while I was down there. So I wanted to take the time to show you part of that costume in this video, so here we go. Alright, my favorite Disney character is Stitch, and a lot of the things I made down in Disney or wore down in Disney had to deal with him in some way. So I decided to make a Stitch costume for the Halloween parties that I did go to. When you go to the Magic Kingdom and you're able to dress up, it's really cool. So the first thing I did was wore a Stitch t-shirt. That was one of the things that I did. I also made a duct tape hat out of duct tape and a little bit of cardboard for the antenna. I'll hold it up so you can see here. It's got the ears and everything on it, and it's a different color on the back of the ears. And I pretty much made this the same way that I made the Captain America helmet and stuff like that. Just molded it to my head, and I made some cardboard antenna for the the top here. And I just wore this around the Magic Kingdom for the Halloween party. It's kind of beat up because, believe me, this thing did get really beat up going on the rides and walking around the Magic Kingdom for 6 or 7 hours for each party. That was part of the costume. Another thing I did was I actually made his spikes, and this was just a strip of tape, which you can see here, and I actually took some cardboard and made these spikes out of just cardboard and duct tape, and I just used the tape to color a little bit, and it has a loop around, this is actually the waist here, had a little bit of Velcro on it, and this piece actually goes around my neck, so I was able to wear these on the ride. These are really beat up because, I mean, believe me, going on Space Mountain is kind of hard when you have spikes on your back, so that was definitely interesting. I also wore some Stitch gloves. These are really popular around Disney, so those definitely came in handy. So that pretty much wrapped up my entire costume that I wore around Disney for the Halloween parties, and it was great. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people, thought that the Stitch costume was pretty cool, even though it wasn't really a costume. I was just wearing a bunch of, Stitch-related objects, but people did like it. So that's just going to give you guys an idea of what you can do for costumes when you make out of duct tape. You don't have to make a whole costume per se out of tape, but you can make like accessories. And like I said, wearing shorts and a t-shirt and having all that stuff on, it was a pretty cool costume, even though it wasn't typically a costume at all. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up this video for the Halloween costume bash out of duct tape. And like I said, it's still in the idea process right now. Let me know in the comments about what you want to see from it. And it's probably going to be taking place around, close to Halloween, if you guys have made your costume, costumes out of duct tape by then. So just to, give you guys an idea and throw it out there to make costumes out of duct tape for Halloween. And I'll catch you guys next time on the channel. Let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. Catch you next time.